And me and my team, we did exactly what we want to do. Stay patient. Don't listen to the crowd. If they start, yip yapping, doing this, doing that, just stay disciplined, stay focused, stick to the game plan. That's what we did. And then boom, good night. So appreciate y'all. Any questions?
Yeah, Larry Knockel, Fight Sports. You showed great patience. Could you tell us when you thought you might be able to score that left hook, and tell us about the knockout itself?
I landed some nice right hands, some nice left hooks, and I knew it was coming at some point. It's just about staying patient, like I said, sticking to the game plan, and staying zeroed in. That's what we did.
There's a lot of talk during that fight. What were the last things you exchanged during the ninth round before things really wrapped up with a bang?
I can't really remember specifically. Nothing too crazy. Just some bit of back and forth. So.
Caleb, you exchanged words with, I think that was Jamal Charlo there. You guys kind of had a little talk back and forth. What was it that you guys said that you can share that with us?
I just let them know it was easy. That's all. You couldn't do nothing with me. From round one, it was a complete shutout. You couldn't hardly touch me. And I was doing what I wanted at will until he went to sleep.
Caleb, you were doing a whole lot of feints during the course of that fight. What did you see in Dirrell's defense that kind of set up those shots, especially in the double left at the end?
Feints can be a lost art. So, we do a lot of things in boxing. We try to, stick to the art of boxing, and that's what we did tonight. Use our feints, use the jab, use the ring, and I did a little bit of everything, touch the body, and, like I said, I've been saying, just sticking to the game plan.
Was explosive. How would you rank that knockout in your career?
I'd say it'd be the best knockout of my career and knockout of the year.
Caleb, we know you want to fight anybody, doesn't really matter, but the ball's in your court. So if Benavidez, Charlo, Dirrell, who would be like the number one guy you would want to fight next?
Any of them, honestly. With the timeout that I had out of the ring, I could have came back after the Canelo fight and had a sparring session of a match, but I knew I couldn't get the biggest fight right away after a loss. But I wanted to make the biggest fight possible for y'all, for the fans, for my career, for my legacy. And this is the biggest fight that we can make coming off of a loss. And moving forward, I want to continue to make the biggest fights that are possible and keep picking the super middleweights off one by one.
Caleb, can you speak a little bit, when you were talking in the lead up to the fight, how much Dirrell was talking, how much you heard all the comments from fans talking about your power, talking about the white boy comments. You seemed very vindicated after the fight. Can you speak to just that sense of vindication and satisfaction?
Just reiterating what you said. He had a lot to say about me. Calling me a lot of names, talking about my race, what I'm able to do. I ain't never fought nobody. I ain't never hurt nobody. Well, I fought him and I hurt him. So like I said in the ring, skin color don't win fights. What's in here wins fights, and what's in here wins fights. And that's what we did.
If you had to self-assess your performance tonight, who did you love the most, and what do you want to do better next fight?
I feel like I did great. Again, I hardly got touched with anything. It was a complete shutout until I dropped him. And but just continuing to smooth the edges of my game. I feel like I really stick to my craft. I got a great team with Breadman. This is my first fight with Breadman. He works great with my dad, Coach Wade. The whole team, Jordan, my wife. And, I work really hard for this moment. So we just going to, rest a little bit, enjoy the holidays, and then get right back to work, continue to smooth the edges, and just keep moving forward.
Caleb, can you just take me into the celebration there at the end with the shovel and just tell me what that means and why you decided that was what you wanted to do in that moment?
I was just burying the beef between us, that's all.
With all the derogatory remarks at the beginning, and then it followed into the ring, he was trying to take you out of your discipline, all the rough out tactics. How hard was it for you to keep your discipline?
Not hard at all. I'm a professional. I've been doing this for a long time at a high level. I'm a Golden Glove national champion. I'm an Olympic alternate, a former world champion. And with only 23 fights, I stepped up early in my career to fight for a world title as an underdog. And, I got a lot of amateur experience, international experience. So, it just comes with the territory. It's just about staying, remaining focused, remaining disciplined. And that's what we did. There's nothing, like I told y'all in the lead up to the fight, there's nothing he can do that's going to pull me out of my game plan, pull me out of my zone. And that's what we did. That's what I did.
It must have been a little rush when that knockout punch ran the door, huh?
It felt all right.
Caleb, what did you learn from the Canelo fight that you used towards Anthony?
Besides, I don't know about one specific thing, but most importantly, just the experience. You know, you can't buy experience, you can't borrow, you got to go through the fire to get it. And I did that, and I feel like I did that with grace. I went out on my shield. I didn't just come for a check. I laid it all out on the line. And, you know, it was a good experience, and now I've gotten to, you know, take that experience with me into these other big fights. And, you know, experience is priceless, and it paid off tonight.
Caleb, Marcus says the fight up. Can you take us back to the moment when you landed the body shot? We've heard fighters say before that time kind of slows down before you land that KO punch. What was the moment like before you landed the punch that ended the bout?
You know, I noticed him, how he's reacting to my punches, some things that he was doing, and I was just taking inventory. Like I said before, remaining patient and calm and disciplined, and again, just taking inventory of how he's reacting and what he was doing, and just playing chess, knowing how he was going to react and setting the shot up.
And Caleb, you received criticism in the past by fans just about your power. Do you think that this fight kind of changes that narrative or shifts anything for you?
You know, I'm not really concerned with what people say about me or what they have. You know, if I listen to people, I wouldn't even be at this level. So I know what I'm capable of, and in the past, even people said that I haven't, you know, had power, but then they wind up just standing there looking at me for the most part, most of my opponents. And so, you know, if I don't have power, then why not just keep on going? So people can say what they want. Me and my team going to remain focused, zeroed in, continue to smooth the edges, keep working, and just get better.
Speaking of ignoring the people, you talked a little bit about ignoring the crowd, and you know, obviously the reaction to the kind of slower pace of the fight earlier on. Can you just speak about what it was like being patient in that moment and waiting for your time?
I thought it was just, you know, just here and there, the crowd getting a little antsy, but you know, the crowd's going to do that at times. You know, this ain't the first fight for that to happen, so it's just, again, staying focused, not listening to the crowd, listening to my coaches, and doing what we came to do.
Just a question for Breadman. I think I was trying to read your lips, and it looked like you were saying, I told you, like after the fight. Did you kind of expect Plant would score that knockout?
First time I caught pads with him, I was like, damn, man, you punch a lot harder than people realize. And he was like, man, you know, I just be working on my defense. You know, I haven't always been committing to my shots, but I can punch. And we were just working on different things with the shield and stuff, and I was just really impressed. And you know, he knocked out a couple of guys in sparring just like that, you know, like sleep. And I was like, and I came to his room last night and I said, man, you know, the world haven't seen the things that I seen in the gym. You know, sometimes you probably overthinking in the fights. I want you to slow yourself down. I want you to show everybody what I seen, you know, because I'm kind of being humble when they keep saying that you can't punch. We was talking about it through camp. I'm like, man, you won't hurt this dude if he run up on you and think that you can't punch. So we went for a walk last night and we talked about life. And I told him I want him to show everybody publicly what I seen privately in the gym, man, and he did it. So, you know, that's just a moment that he can't punch. You know, all punches hurt. You know, he's a fast, explosive kid, and when you got speed like that, you hit people like you shock them. They don't see it coming, man. So, you know, that's guys in the media that's not in the ring. All punches hurt. Don't believe this man can't punch. He's very explosive. He's very strong. He's very athletic. He may not be like the biggest puncher in boxing, but you just can't just walk up on him.
Go ahead and keep believing that. That's what we want.
Two more questions for Caleb Plant, and then we will allow him to enjoy the time with his family.
Egypt ex-fight for mental health. Caleb, what was your mindset like in the lead up to this fight and throughout the fight? Was it any different?
No, just focus. And like I said before, just with that big fight, you know, I've headlined Fox shows before. I've headlined big fights before. Obviously with my last fight and everything that came with it, just carrying that experience over into this one. And this was a big fight as well. And again, just staying focused, I think it's a testament to my focus. You know, you see a lot of fighters, they lose, and then you're not really sure how they're going to come back, how their confidence is going to hold up. And I think I showed tonight, and not just tonight, but through my whole life, I've always had a chance to bow out gracefully. Nobody would be mad at me after everything, but I've always stayed mentally strong, kept going, kept my nose down, kept working no matter what. And I think I showed tonight that regardless of what pops up in my life, I'm going to keep my nose down, I'm going to keep grinding with my team in the dark, and when the lights come on, we're going to put on a show.
Last one.
Right here.
Canelo has all 4 belts in the super middleweight division. This was obviously a big win for you. I wonder, with the belts all tied up, at least for the foreseeable future, how do you motivate yourself to go forward, and what kind of big event can you make, given that he is the champion and he doesn't appear to be giving it up anytime soon?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, I'm here to stay, and I think I proved that tonight. I'm one of the best super middleweights in the world, and you know, I'm just gonna go home. You know, I get to spend the holidays with my daughter Charlie. I'm really excited about that, and with my wife and my family through the holidays. And we'll sit down with my team. We'll sit down with Al. We'll sit down with Luis. I feel like I got the best team in boxing, and we're looking to make more big fights moving forward and continue to pick off one top super middleweight at a time until we get all of them.
All right, congratulations to Caleb Plant on the victory. Also, just so you